Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah, I stabbed a man in the heart.
I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Did you throw a trident?
Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire, and I killed a guy with a trident.
Brick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should find yourself a safe house or a relative close by. Lay low for a while, because you're probably wanted for murder. I'm proud of you fellas. You all kept your head on a swivel, and that's what you gotta do when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight.
Can you believe Mantooth and the whole Channel 9 Evening News team? I mean, where's your mommy? Someone's got to change your diapers. I'm telling you, this Corningstone business is really hurting our rep.
I know exactly what you mean, Brian. Every newsman in this city's laughing at us. And I don't like it.
I don't like the put-downs.
We're gonna do something about it. It is time to put an end to this. Because last time I looked in the dictionary, my name's Ron Burgundy. What's your name?
Brian Fantana.
Champ kind.
Brian Fantana.
No, you're Brick. I'm Brian.
Let me know if you can hear me, because I can't hear myself. It's really weird. Can anyone hear me or see me, for that matter? You can hear me? Okay. Well, I can't hear myself, and I can't hear what's on the screen, but I think they're still fucking with me. But that's okay. That's okay. We're just going to get through it. All right. So there's no Marcus. I'm by myself. The man is after me. I learned my lesson, except for that last part where I played the thing from Anchorman. But still, we're going to do this no matter what. So, hey, this is a Wednesday New Comic Book Day show, and we're about half an hour late. So it's going to be a pretty quick show. If you're thinking of jumping on, I put the link in the chat. If anybody has the nerve to jump on, feel free to do it. Yeah, no shit, man. Yeah, I want to get on that list. So if anybody wants to jump on, yeah, feel free to do so. But in the meantime, this live stream is brought to you, as always, by the Alternative City Shop. That was not supposed to happen. That is so weird, man. Somebody's definitely fucking with me. It's really crazy. I don't think it's my equipment. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think it's a StreamYard thing or it's the man thing. So I'm just going to keep going and see if I can get through this. All right. So who do we got in the chat here? Oh, God, a ton of people. What's up, 80s guy? Thanks, Jenny. What's going on? You watch too many YouTube. Yeah, I think the porn would be easier to get through than the copyright infringement. How dare I play a clip from a movie 30 years old and not pay somebody? What else we got here in the chat here real quick? Hey, man, thanks for confirming. Body's a little yin. How are you guys? All right. So, Sycotron, hey, what's going on? All right, so I'm just gonna yeah. All right. Like I said, if anybody wants to, I think I put the link already at the top of the chat. I'll put it back in there again just in case someone missed it. and I'll see if I can hear you when you talk to me. I'll just play like it did the last few minutes of that time when we lost the audio when Marcus was on. I swear I turned the computer off. I should have rebooted right before the show. I think there's something really weird going on with StreamYard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess everything works okay for everyone except me. So I can't tell what's going out and can't tell what's being said on the audio. But other than that, everything's fine. So man, got what I was going to talk about and I had to make notes. I was kind of late getting back. So I'll just play the video and we'll start from there. And Marcus got sick and shit hit the fan and just went from downhill from there. All right, so I'm just gonna start doing what I picked up. That's the simplest thing I can do right now, without having to hear myself talk. From the comic shop, old Danger Room, Rooney, in Olympia, got this thing called Mutants. No, Mutanus. It's like some person left a collection at the shop, and this is one of the packages that Frank hooked up to from this collection. That was like this is a complete 3-issue series from the epic era of Marvel Comics. Not sure who's writing it. I think maybe there's no credits at all on the book, on the cover at least. Let's see. Andy Lanning and Dan Abnett are the writers. I've never heard of either of them. Who's the editor even here? Carl Potts. Okay. All right. So I'll look forward to this, whatever it is. All right. So something interesting there, hopefully. From Marvel, the only thing I got from Marvel was the Ultimates 3.0, number 13. That is heralding the new Ultimates 3.0 team. Is going to be coming on. Los Monstros. I meant to talk about this a couple of weeks ago. Time passed. Other books got in its way. And the first one was pretty good about this city of literal monsters as opposed to figurative monsters, which many people are now. And this is by James Robinson. And the first issue was pretty good, so I'm going to try it again. Also trying again is Blood and Thunder number 2 from Image. About this redheaded woman named Blood and a gun named Thunder. Exquisite Corpses number 2. The first one was awesome. This one is a lot thinner, and it's the regular $4.99 price from Sir James Tynion IV. And Matt Walsh, I want to say, is the name of the person. And Jordi Belair and Becca Carey are part of that team too. Past Time is this vampire baseball story, which has been pretty good so far. Bam. And Battle Beast number 2. I've already read this. You know, this is just like the official number 2, but I read the special Chrome number 2 that came in the what are those the blind bags that was so hot for a while. I already know what's going on in this, but I want to represent. Also, I want to keep that whole run. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer. This is number 3. Really interesting one. Oh, that's cool, sicko. Nice. Phantom Road number 13. This is Jeff Lemire just meandering down the old Phantom Road, keeping us in suspense from issue to issue. We're already at issue number 13, and we don't know what the hell's going on, but it's a very cool, like, the art is just like so trippy, and Jeff Lemire is being his usual self. This is Vanishing Point number 2. This is an anthology by Mark Russell. Each one, like these anthologies are, you don't have to have to read the previous issues to know what's going on. So this is with the Jets in the cover. Just okay, I gotta have this. We talked about it last week. It was on last week's thumbnail. So this is pretty awesome. I hope. Maybe it's on this week's thumbnail. Not sure. On this week's thumbnail? I don't know. Could be. The Chip Zdarsky Z magazine, which is getting thicker and thicker. It used to be just like a one-page fold over. Now it's a whole magazine going on. Chip Zdarsky. Interested to see what his Captain America book is going to look like. And then last week's penultimate book is this one from Ben H. Winters and Leo Max. It's called Benjamin with the Fraser Crane cover. This is the A cover of that one. Something to do with Philip K. Dick being transported in time and into the future. Can't wait to see what that's about too. So that's all the books that I picked up. All right. So man, this is gonna be a really fast show. This is gonna be really, Marcus. You know what you just missed. You missed the chance to have the fastest live stream in history. So I'm just gonna go right into what's good and start dealing with that. So, like I said before, the link is in the chat if you want to jump in. If you're feeling froggish and want to be on a train wreck, then feel free to jump right in, and I will be happy to assist you with that. So here's what's good. Okay. Well, if I was paying like $50 a month for StreamYard and it was doing this, I would right away just dump this turkey. But it's lucky the price is right. So they haven't raised that price on me yet. So we'll see. All right. The first thing I'm going to talk about is, and what's good is Dark Regards. Dark Regards is written by Dave Hill. The artist is Artem Topolin. It's an Oni Press joint, and it is this guy Dave Hill. I believe this is kind of autobiographical. He talks about his time. I think this was a couple of decades ago, and some events were true and some have been changed to protect the guilty. And he was getting into this. He talks about his life as a stand-up comedian, which is just, in my opinion, just cruel and unusual punishment. Those people it's tougher to do that than it is to even like do a nightclub act of singing, because you got to do a different act to sing like every night, because you can sing the same song all the time, but you got to do different jokes every night. But anyway, he's telling the story like he's dressed in his death metal makeup and everything, and he tells the story about how he was doing his routine, and he was trying to. He starts from his childhood when he started as this band, and it was just awful, and they would boot off the stage in school, but he never gave up. He always wanted to be, if you're a comedian, you want to be a singer. If you're a singer, you want to act. There's always something you want to do. If you're a rapper, you want to be a movie star. So it's always something. And he talks about the time of doing TM. Thomas, if you're out there, Thomas Nichols, you know what it was like being a comedian. And he says, like, he's just talking to this girl who's like he's trying to be her friend and everything. And this asshole jock comedian is not really funny, but he's just like persistent, I guess. And he's cocky, and he's attractive to some women. And his girl ends up sleeping with the asshole comedian. And he just kind of, enough of this already. And he gets into death metal. So he discovers at this shop where this totally appropriately rude death metal store clerk is introducing him to these Norwegian bands where death metal is all the rage, and he just falls in love with it. And he just he revives his interest in music, and he starts his own band called Witch Taint. So Witch Taint is really just him, but he's just like online talking about like, oh, how bad Witch Taint is. Oh, we're just the baddest band out there ever. And these people in I guess, in Norway or pick up on it, and they start going back and forth with him on the internet. about this witch tent you speak of. You know, you're just a poser. And he goes back and he's talking all this shit like he's feeling really strong behind his keyboard. Okay, the next thing you know, these people in Norway, they're booking their tickets. You know, we must find this witch taint and we must show them who is boss. So they're heading toward the United States to confront witch taint. And I'm sure, like, you know, good times will ensue from there. I had this for a while. I saw the preview in some other Oni Press book, and I just got a chance to read it, and it's pretty funny, actually. I mean, you can tell a comedian wrote this because it's genuinely funny. The jokes are good, and you know, the characters are well developed. I would really recommend this. Dark Regards. Dark Regards is pretty entertaining. It's got a thing for blood type on the back, which is good too, and on the inside there's a thing for Benjamin, which is probably good too. I'm hoping. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. The next book is from Boom Studios. This is Be Not Afraid. This is from Jude Ellison. S. Doyle is the writer, and the artist is Lisandro Esterin. This is a dark story that involves this woman who had kind of an immaculate conception. She became with child, but she never gave birth to the child. The child just appeared one day like, "Hey, how's it going? I am at the doorway. Let me in. I'm the kid." And the kid just came in and like, "Okay, well, I guess I didn't have to go through a C-section or anything." So you know, good news, bad news. And the kid comes fully formed into the world. We find out later on that this woman had sex with what she believed to be an angel, and became impregnated with this being. And this kid turned out to be a real shit. This kid turned out to just be like a combination of Damien from The Omen and Prince Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He's just a living, breathing, just vile person. Well, you know, animals would die as it passed by. You know, people would have horrible things happen to them. It's like, you know, schlep rock on steroids. So, and this woman is just like being tortured by this. It won't kill her, but it just like tortures her every day. Like she waits on it hand and foot, and she has a birthday party for him. And the birthday party, he reanimates the corpse of her mother and forces the corpse of her mother to sit down and eat cake. So it's like, you know, he's just fucking with her the whole time. He's just a sadistic little fuck, just doing all kinds of evil things. And so one day he's approached by this, well, she just turns on, she's making coffee, actually. She's making coffee, and she turns around and there's this guy sitting at the table, and he says, "Be not afraid. I have come from God to help you kill that little son of a bitch." And that's where we pretty much leave off there. But this is a really good look to this book too. The art is very nice from Esterin, and Jude Ellison, this Doyle, has wrote this thing called Ma before. You might want to look that up if you like this book. But I loved Ma a whole lot when I read it, and I'm intrigued as to what this will turn into as well. Be Not Afraid from Boom Studios is something you might want to look for. The last book for this abbreviated edition of What's Good is called Mommy Blog. This is from Image Comics. It's written by Marguerite Bennett. Eleonora Carlini is the artist. And this is normally I have an issue with like super wordy comics because because it takes away from the whole let the artists carry the book, you know, let the artists speak and do and show with their skill how the book moves along. But this kind of works with that because you kind of need her narration with this. In this, this woman named Astrid, who is just like a bizarro kind of a June Cleaver mom, and she has a blog called Mommy Blog, and it's about all the stuff that happens to her in her neighborhood, as well as her homemaking and sewing and all the other domestic things that women are expected to do. And of course, she paints this picture of her perfect life, which of course is a lie, complete lie. Many people who do that is just like, they're just carving out something, trying to, front like everything's great, when in fact they're just like all the rest of us, you know. And she has this idea of there are certain types of moms, and she labels them and describes them in detail, what these moms are like. And it's very much, you can say it's kind of negative and everything, but she's not wrong on a lot of these points here. And she even talks about herself. I am this type of mom. She lives this life with her rich husband, a very, very rich husband, who is just like so many rich guys. The woman is there to bear his children and clean his house and do all these things. But secretly, he forces her to do BDSM, and all this stuff. And what they don't know about this woman Astrid is that she has got some things going on herself. She is kind of like Desperate Housewives on steroids, and even worse, because there's this teacher who's allegedly doing bad things to kids, and she in the beginning of the episode, you can see that she has that teacher tied up under her foot as she's finishing up her blog. So she's doing some things. She's kind of a vigilante, is what it is, pretty much. Her daughter is done wrong by this total douchebag who took photos of her, and now he's like blackmailing her and telling her if she doesn't do whatever he asked her to do, he's going to reveal the photos and he's going to ruin her life and all this jazz. And she takes care of him as he deservedly needed to be done. And this keeps happening until it progresses to some point where she's kind of crossed the line. And she kind of gets away with it at the end, but I don't want to spoil it, because there could be more to this mommy blog than just this one issue. Now, this is from Image's Ninth Circle, which is normally the prestige size format of one shots per month, but this is a regular size comic one shot, because there's going to be another. I forget what the name of that one is. Maybe in the preview we'll run across that one. But there's going to be another prestige size or magazine size book coming out from them, I think, in another week or two, and that'll be the third one of that larger size comic. But this mommy blog thing, I don't know why they decided to do one, and this side maybe they thought it was just too good to just keep down. Because I could have seen this as a big size book too, but it works like this. It's like $1 or $2 less. It's $5.99 as opposed to like the $7.99 full size book. But it's snarky. It's dark humor and a lot of stuff you can relate to in here. Some people can relate to, I would think. So, mommy blog, I like it, even though it is dark and some people might consider negative. I get it, but I found it a good read, even though it was wordy, and it did take a long, long time to read. But I think it's worth it. Mommy blog from Marguerite Bennett and Eleonora Cardellini on Image. And that is your What's Good for this evening. Bam, there it is. All right, so moving right along. 6:40. Oh, okay, it looks like almost like we didn't even have a delay. So nothing else different here. I didn't even have a chance to pull up the other stuff there. Give me 1 second while I do that. The League of Comic Geeks. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Phil. Shout out, Phil. What's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Let's see. Present arms. I'm gonna share screen. And here we go with next week's books. Ta-da. All right, so next week's books. Ultimate Spider-Man number 18. Looks like his kid is gonna be, if not Venom, is gonna be like some, I don't know, some version of I missed a couple of issues of that. I mean, in those few issues, his kids become Venom or whatever. I didn't know how they had two costumes. I thought he was like wearing the same costume. So how do they have two costumes? So I have to catch up on that book. Down the list here is, I should jump back into Fantastic Four. I like Fantastic Four. Can't wait for that movie. I think it's going to be good. I hope they're all good. I hope Superman's good too. It's only good for the community when we have these good movies, bring in new readers, or at least people who aren't new readers, but at least who want to give it a shot. Oh my God, The Incredible Hulk number 26. I dropped this book a little while ago, but only because of numbers, not because it was a bad book. This cover is insane. The end for Hulk and Charlie? Probably not. As Gamma mutates around the world to go missing, the Winter Soldier seeks out Bruce Banner for answers, but finds only Hulk. Eager to help her role model Bucky Barnes, Charlie finds a way into the Hulkscape to speak to Banner, and what she finds will change her relationship with Hulk forever. A major status quo shift begins this issue. Sure. But this is a dope cover, though. This is just God, it was this is not even the interior artist. This is our guy Philip Kennedy Johnson, Nick Klein. This is Nick Klein's work. Nick Klein is just doing a bang up job. That's what really attracted me to this book more than anything. Philip Kennedy Johnson's work is good as well, but I really love Nick Klein's work on here, like Ryan Otley's work on the previous Hulk series. That's what really was my impetus to buy that book. And this one is the Corey Smith variant. It's not bad. But yeah, this is a really good book. If you got a little bit of extra cash in your wallet, you might want to read that one. But I just had to cut it down because, it's just too many books. So many books. All right. Moving on down the list. Department of Truth, another book that I had to drop because of numbers. Sort of Crisis Events has been, so far, I haven't read number 3, but the first 2 were completely separate stories with all kinds of crazy jazz happening in a world where time is just all over the place. And High Street number 4, that's been a thing, but it's been kind of sporadically coming out. Spider-Boy number 20. Spider-Boy, final issue. We hardly knew ye, Spider-Boy. Don't go away. Oh, yeah, this is the final issue in this run. Oh, 20 issues is a pretty good run for a Marvel book. That's they should be proud of this one. All right, any good covers? Humberto Ramos, farewell variant. Very sad. Farewell. Todd Knock, foreshadow variant. What is it foreshadowing? I'm foreshadowing probably another series of Spider-Boy rebooted to number 1. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's going to happen because Spider-Boy is not going anywhere. Okay. All right, so y'all hear that? That sounded weird. They're listening. They're always listening. They're always listening. I don't know what the hell that was, but anyway. I didn't summon it. Back to the depths of hell from which you came. Dark voice. All right. Back to the countdown. America's Coast to Coast. What else we got here? The Thing series. I really like The Thing too, but I just can't keep buying all these random series that they put him in. Mr. Terrific, Year One. Gotta read that number 1 too. I pulled that and just haven't had a chance to read it yet. This is boring on a Slim Pickens week too, as I remember. Now that I think about it, it wasn't another one of those weeks. We're taking everyone down with us. This has been phenomenal. Quick look at that one. They say that before you begin a journey of revenge, you should dig 2 graves. I've heard that. My grandma used to say that. But Annalise and her robot are going to need a lot more than that. Way more. Even more than you're thinking. And I was thinking a lot. Also in this issue, a guy gets his head punched off. That right there is worth the price of admission right there. That's worth the $4.99. The guy gets his freaking head punched off. Yeah, this robot, this series between Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss, who are the writers and the artists of What's the Furthest Place from Here, decided to do their own thing. I'm digging this one more. I guess because of Rosenberg's sense of humor, I resonate with that a lot. This is Chris Matthews' variant here. It's kind of cool. I love stuff like this. So this has just been banging. I mean, it's just like the banter is back and forth is just great. I love it. This is C. Carson Thorne. No, cover C. Carson Thorne variant. Get it right. Okay, and these are robots, man. These just like these. Oh my God, dang, in a pool of blood. That's not good at all. Andy McDonald variant. Not a lot of great covers of this book, but the interior is banging. The interior story is really worth the read. Not sure how many issues are going to go. It may be unlimited, maybe ongoing. I'm not sure if it's an ongoing, but it would be a lot to keep going along with the other books that because Rosenberg does stuff for mainstream books too, for DC and Marvel. So I don't know if this is going to be an ongoing thing or not. Phil, it's like, dude, it's like we're here. You know, I'm practically there. You know, there's so many books. I mean, I'm just talking about the books I had to cancel because I couldn't catch up on reading them, and I'm realizing that I'm being sold stuff. Everything is just an attempt to get us to buy more and more books. Some of us have wised up and stopped buying the new books, but you want to not let the industry die, because if it dies, it would be unfortunate. But you only got so much money and so much time. So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Well, I'm just like, I'm trying to cut down, but it's like trying to come off crack though. It's like I'm cutting down, but I still got too big of a habit. So, but if you notice, some people might know, you're just full of shit. You just keep buying books. But I have reduced my intake from the beginning of the show when it started. I don't know what number there was. Marcus, I know you said I should have a number of the show. Not in the numbers, man. Sorry, I just play it by ear. But from when the show first started, when I was buying all those days, I would buy anything. Oh yeah, I'll buy this. This is a special one in blah 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 blah. Fuck all that now. I pretty much just buy stuff that either I really love or something I think I might like or something I might be able to flip. And not that many of those, because that's a dangerous game. I really cut down, and I would love to cut down even more. Oh my, tell me, oh my God. I want to be there. I want to be there. Yeah, me too. I want to be there, man. I want to be there. Oh my God. All right, so you're already there, Phil. I'm going to be like you, but you're my inspiration. You're my soul and my heart inspiration. All right, so back to the countdown. Undiscovered Country. Minor Arcana is really banging too. That is looking really good. That's see if they got anything worth seeing on that end. All right. That's Lalitza. Ooh. Yeah, because the last issue, interestingly enough, a lot of people were having issues with Jeff Lemire's art. Story is great, but some people, it's kind of, he's a little like, for example, the cover. He's still doing the covers. Um, Letizia Cardanici has been fantastic on the last issue, where Teresa met this. She kind of formed a bond with the husband of her ex, which was kind of cool, and it was so well done, and the art looked great. I was like, wow, this could go on like this for unlimited amount of time. This is really well done. Is anybody talking about? Nobody's talking about this book, but still, this is a really good book now, especially now that she is doing the art. I think this is a good for all of us, for Lemire. So he's got a lot of stuff on that he's doing right now, including Flash. Whose is this? This is Afu Chan. Yeah, I mean this is such a great story, man. It's got a lot of good stuff in it, and the characters are so well developed. 1 in 25, Yannick Paquette. Yeah, there's probably a trade of this out right now. You would, if you think this is something that you might enjoy, I recommend getting that trade, or at least getting the number one. The number one really doesn't just really give you a good snapshot, as number ones often do. They just get the story going. But a trade would really let you know if this is something you would like, because it'll get that first trade, and if you would like this book. It deserves to be supported. Probably one of the best things he's done, in my opinion, in a while. And returning is the Seasons. The Seasons, this is number 5. The first 4 that finished the first arc of the story. And this one, Spring Seasons had disappeared into the big top, into the big top, in search of her missing family. But the fantastical temptations inside unveil truths she'd rather remain hidden. Rick Remender and Paul Izacita begin the second chapter of the highly acclaimed hit series. This is really good. This is really good. All that they said, yes, it's true. I think there's one other cover, and that's a 1 in 15. This is such an excellent story. Rick Remender, I can't think of a bad series that he's written. Yeah. So let me know. Let me know in the chat. Anybody out there? Yes. Seasons is good. There's a trade for that already out with the first 4 issues, pretty sure. So wait for it. Oh man, it's like the gremlins are just messing with me today. Okay. Coming back on down the list. Hey, looks like Sorge Forge just checked in. Happy Wednesday, sir. Happy Wednesday to you too. All right. The Mummy. The Mummy looks great, but I've heard it's not that great. Our pal Damien said he wasn't super impressed with it. What else we got here? Ultra Mega. I'm gonna have to like cancel Ultra Mega too, because it's like $8. It's a really well drawn book, and it's the best kaiju book I've seen, I think. But just $8 for a book that I don't get a chance to read that much. Okay. What else we got here? Oh yeah, just You'll Do Bad Things, number 4. That's the Tyler Boss book that I mentioned before. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to see. Yeah, this one. Stay Out of the Woods. That's the one I wanted to check out. Checks notes. Yeah, Stay Out of the Woods, number 1. Wait for it. Oh, it's running incredibly slow. Incredibly slow. It's like my computer is like dying or something. Okay, A nightmarish terror once again haunts the shadowy woods of a small town community. Three young friends have to confront their own childhood fears, undead creatures that stalk the living, an enigmatic tree that seemingly collects souls, and an ancient forest entity that seeks to reclaim these lands as its own. It's Tom Sawyer meets Pan's Labyrinth meets It, in this coming of age tale of redemption and courage in the face of pure evil. From Eisner Award winner Joe Pruitt and fan favorite artist Butch Geist. Oh, yeah. With an incentive cover by the legendary Michael W.M. Kaluta from Ninth Circle. This is the Ninth Circle that is we normally have been getting for the last couple of months. This is a 48-page, $8 book. Bringing you the best horror each month by the industry's top creative talents. Yeah, this is most likely Butch Geist's final book, final art in this book. There may be more, but I think this may be it. I'm not sure if someone else, if he finished the book or not. Someone mentioned what would Joe Pruitt do with this book, given Butch Geist's passing. It looks like it's coming out, and they don't list anyone else as contributing art. So maybe he finished it before he passed. Yeah, this is one I will for sure be picking up. I don't think I pre-ordered it, so I'll probably get it from the shop. Yeah, stay out of the woods. R.I.P. Jackson Butch Geist. Hey. Ba, 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 ba. Any comments? Hey, there's Mike DeBradley. What's up, Mike? What's happening? And back to the scroll through. Getting pretty close to the penultimate book. Out of Alcatraz is just fantastic. The latest issue, the woman in the series made a horrible decision. I don't want to say anything about it, but man, this is so well written. This is by Christopher Cantwell, the much maligned Christopher Cantwell, and Tyler Crook is the artist here. Getting Tyler Crook and Tyler Boss mixed up. Two very different artists. Very good. Mega Man. I want to think about Mega Man. Lazarus. The fall. I think the Lazarus series it's just another in the series of that. It's not a first issue. It's another in that Lazarus series. The Pale Knight #2, I would be pulling that for sure. The Pale Knight we talked about last week on What's Good. This is a medieval. Is it medieval? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, 1400s more or less. I'm not really good at history person, so I'm not sure if that was the medieval times or not. But it was hard times. It was plagues and shit like that. When I lay my vengeance upon thee, #5. I think that's the end of that series. Huck, #2. That's his second series. Sleep, #2. I think that was supposed to be out last week. Maybe. Not sure. But Sleep is very good. So far. Only one issue so far. It was good. Anything else in here that from the world of minor threats, Twilight #4, I had to drop that because once again, it just was not getting read because it's just getting drowned, as Phil would say, all the books. I got a lifetime of books out there that I could just like never buy another comic book and just read for the rest of my life. If that were the case. So I'm thinking like, something's not right here. Biker Mice from Mars, another series from another incarnation of that series, I should say, from Oni Press. I think it's been done before from other people too. Rock and Ride, the all new ongoing series starts here answer my question right away with a 40-page bombshell. And it looks like Melissa Flores is writing it and Daniel Gitte is drawing it. So everybody knows the story about that. I don't have to read that. You know what the damn Rock and Mice from Mars are. The biker mice from Mars. Sorry, close enough. Interesting covers here. Mr. Mason, the blank. Eh, I don't know. Oh, Simon Bisley. He also has a Virgin variant of this too. The Biz Marquee. 1 in 100 is this one. I bet this is probably be a little easier to come by if you so want it, because I can't see a lot of vendors, a lot of stores ordering like 100 copies of this umpteenth version of Biker Mice from Mars. But whatevs. Hey, back on that list. One of these days, we only go out when it gets dark. Number one is going to come out. One of these days, man, it's going to come out. It's going to happen. Swear to God. We're getting down here to the point of the Naked Lady books almost. So we're going to go back up here and find our penultimate book. Unless there's something else I wanted to talk about. I don't think that there is. Hey, Planetary Expansion number 6. Shout out to Critical Entertainment. Let's take a look at that. Abandoning their lives on Earth, 1,000 hand-selected passengers aboard a starship head to repopulate a new habitable planet. In another solar system exists a planet just like Earth with fresh air, clean water, and sustainable life. They will brave the dangers of space and push past the limits to get there. Here we go. Our creators are Christopher Rada, Alonso Molina Gonzalez. This is just Pablo Rivas, Juan Pablo Montenegro, and Travis Lanham. And this, man, I was fortunate enough to read the first few issues of this series, and it is excellent. And you should find this book and read it as well. There's a comment there, but didn't say anything. Planetary Expansion. Am I live? Oh my God. That's just crazy. Testing, testing, testing. You know, some days, folks, it just doesn't pay to get out of bed. Some days you just say, you know what? Fuck it, world, you win. You win. I surrender. I offer up my loins in submission and give up to the world because, you know, it just, you win. You beat me. I hope you enjoy this victory. Okay. Either I or my cat or something. I can blame the cat because I don't. Other than that, you know, I have to just well, let's blame myself. But the cat knocked my cord out, and I didn't realize that the cord was gone. So of course the computer. I said, oh, "This computer's running really slow." Of course, it was dying. It was dying because the cord had been pulled out and it was just being drained to death. So you know, that's what happens sometimes, and sometimes shit just piles up, and that's what happened today. So I got nobody else to blame. You know, I got nothing else to do. So I give up. I give up. I give up. All right. So before anything else crazy happens, oh man, let's see if I can just share the page again. I was getting close to the penultimate book, so very, very close. Now I got all these different pages here. Okay. Being very, very close to the penultimate book. So I'll just go straight to that before, I don't know, shit, a bolt of lightning comes out of the fucking sky and just like obliterates me. So I'll just go right to that. So coming up, folks, here's your penultimate book for anyone who may have stayed with me. Thank you so much for doing so. Oh my God, Lord have mercy. All right, so finally, and now, and of course, they don't have a trailer. We are here for the penultimate book. And this week, that book, folks, is called News from the Fallout. Now, I looked for some more information about this book. Could not find any, but it looks pretty good. That's right, Sorge. Yes, and it is this week's penultimate book. Yeah. So let's see what it says here. Writer Chris Condon, that Texas Blood, Ultimate Wolverine, he's with visionary artist Jeffrey Allen Love. The Last Battle at the End of the World, The Thousand Demon Tree. For a thrillingly dark, if you will, sci-fi horror story unlike any you've ever seen before. Guarantee you. In 1962 Nevada, a nuclear bomb test goes horribly wrong and awry and unleashes a contaminant into the atmosphere that turns people rotten. Ugh. Well, that's what happened to Stephen Miller. Otis Fallows, a private in the U.S. Army who is present for the test and is the only known survivor, flees the secret Army base in search of a safe haven. But does such a place exist is the key. Chris Condon is a really good writer, man. That Texas Blood is excellent. What else did he did? He did something else recently too. Oh yeah, The Goddamn Tragedy. He did that as well. Any extra covers for this? Only just the one from his co artist from that Texas Blood and other projects, Jacob Phillips. It's a variant from that, which is I like the little effect they do with the headlights there. That's and that blood spatter thing. That's very cool. What else we got here? There's a PCB Hobby Josh C. Lyman variant. Help me out what a PCB Hobby thing is. And that's a very ominous mushroom cloud there. So yeah. That's all we got for that. So it looks like this is from Image Comics. I think it might be something that a print run of 500 for that book, for that issue, for that cover right here, I should say. Looking for to collect some rare covers. That's something you might want to look into right there. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Sorge, I think that's worth looking at. Yeah, I mean, I would pull it just on Condon working on it, just on the strength of that alone. So that, folks, is your penultimate book for this disastrous New Comic Book Day live stream. That's what we got going on with that. So let's get on back to put this turkey down, take it out behind the barn, and call it a day here. What else we got? The last book I wanted to look at. Last week they pulled the last book, and so it was like, you know what? We're not going to do it. That was Pee Pee Poo Poo. I haven't seen that one in this list either. The latest edition of Pee Pee Poo Poo. One of the most genius names I've ever heard of, by the way. So lowbrow that it's genius. Where were we? The Purpose Project. Supposed to be the Purpose Project. We talked about that a few weeks ago. That was the last book. It still hasn't come out from AWA. This was a thing about finding places in society for people after AI makes everything better for us. It makes everything a utopia or a protopia in this universe. This thing is a utopia. I doubt it. AI is absolutely from hell, folks. I mean, you know what it takes, like, it's like burning a coal factory to get one of those AI data farms running. It's just so dark that they'd rather do that than just, like, fucking pay people. What was the last book I was going to do here? Don't Forget Your Briefcase. Oh, that could be the last book. I didn't see that one before. What I was going to look at was Christine. Maybe Christine got pulled. Gwenpool. Oh God, what a train wreck combo shit show that Gwenpool diaper butt thing that was. There we go. Christine 16 from the old Kiss days. Christine #1. This is Dren Productions. Dren Productions here. Meet Christine, college student, loner. As a teenager, she was a superhero. She fought evil villains, crushed monsters, and saved the world. As a teenager, what have you done lately? Or did she? Christine is now locked in a mental hospital where her doctors are trying to convince her that all of these memories are nothing but delusions. Is Christine who she believes she is, or is she the person her doctors claim her to be? And what else might be happening behind the scenes? Christine is an adult thriller that will keep you guessing right up until the end. Now, this is right out of the, man, I've never heard of this team. James Macia and Eduardo Garcia. But that sounds like a concept that a lot of possibilities. So yeah, Christine Heroes Fall from Dren Productions. It's completely looks like self-published. This thing is here, So that's that is the last. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do one more book. What else can go wrong? I mean, what the hell? I mean, let's see. One more book. I know I didn't check out, guys. Trust me. What's that one I just passed up? There we go. Don't Forget Your Briefcase. This is the real left. For real. This is the last one. For real. All right. Everywhere the president goes, there's a military liaison who follows carrying a briefcase with the codes to launch a nuclear strike. And it's just been lost. And again, this is a story about what happens when a 10-year-old boy finds a nuclear football and accidentally brings the world to the brink of annihilation. Wow. You know, it's so scary in so many ways, is that, especially now that it could probably happen. It's probably could fucking happen now because, who knows, I don't know. Barron has a goddamn suitcase or something like it. Oh, it might be in better hands, who knows? But, some fucking guy has a suitcase and just like, it's for ransom now. That's awesome. Is there another cover? Yes, it's from Marguerite Sauvage. I've liked their work before. And this is a Mad Cave joint, so I think this could work. I think this could work, actually. Yeah. So that's it. That is the final book for the day. And 100%. Well, you got the wrestling lady in charge of education, and you got the guy who doesn't believe in fucking germs in charge of the health department. What could go wrong? What could go? We're doing great. They're great. Their greatness is happening. It's happening, folks. It's happening right before our eyes. What would John? That's right, man. What would John Denver say? Oh gosh. Oh my God. Almost heaven. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Oh my God. And not only that, it looks like I got to end the stream the old-fashioned way because when I did the thing, I erased my automatic ending thingy. So that's gonna do it. I mean, I don't know what else I can say, what else I can do. Thanks to everyone who stopped by, and everyone who, first of all, found this replay. Second of all, watched this replay. So thanks to all of you. That's right. He did that one too. Yeah. That's a little bit. That's really out of my 9 Inch Nails head like a hole, man. For real. He did that. Oh man. Well, I see what you did there. Woo. Oh man. Yeah, we got it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So thanks to everybody who stopped by. And next week, hope Marcus is feeling better. If not, I'll do it solo, or maybe I'll find someone else to drive off this cliff with me. And you guys enjoy your comic books. Don't buy more than you need to. Read the ones you got. Flip them. I don't care. They're yours. You do whatever the hell you want with them. And man, just be safe. And the sun is in my eyes here. It's still light out here, which is a good thing. Just be safe. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And man, God willing, and the creek don't rise, and the police don't come after me for this showing Bruce Lee clips, then we'll be doing the same thing next week. So take care, folks. And we love you all. Take care. We do nothing without you. And man, we look forward to this thing next week. So be good, everybody. Good night. Ooh, let's do the thing. Oh, yeah. Do it the old-fashioned way now. Good night, everybody. Can't everything go right? It'll ruin the whole night.
City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.